The Uber pulled up in front of my apartment building, and I could already tell I wasn't walking a straight line as I slid out of the car. The world tilted slightly, but I caught myself gripping the car door for balance. It had been a long night at the office party, filled with laughter, music, and a few too many glasses of champagne. At the time, it all felt harmless, just a way to let loose after months of stress. But now, standing on the pavement, I felt the buzz catching up to me. The driver gave me a knowing look. "You good?" I nodded enthusiastically, maybe a little too much. Yeah, totally fine." He shrugged and drove off, leaving me standing in the cool night air. I fumbled through my purse, searching for my keys, but my fingers weren't cooperating. My heels wobbled, and I let out a soft laugh. The ridiculousness of the situation wasn't lost on me. I was a grown woman, a professional, yet here I was, struggling to even find my way inside my own apartment. Before I could even figure out how to get the key into the lock, I heard a voice behind me. "Emily." I turned too quickly and nearly lost my balance. A pair of strong hands caught me just in time, steadying me. Blinking up, I found myself staring at my little brother, Tyler. He was standing there in jeans and a hoodie, his expression a mixture of concern and amusement. "Whoa, you good?" he asked, holding onto my arms. I grinned. "Ty, what are you doing here?" He sighed, shaking his head. "Mom called me. She said you had a work party and wanted me to check on you." I pouted. "Mom worries too much." Tyler smirked. "Considering you just tried to unlock the neighbor's mailbox, I think she had a point." I gasped, looking at the mailbox next to my door. Sure enough, my keys were in my hand, but I had been aiming for the wrong lock. Embarrassed, I groaned, leaning against him. "Okay, maybe she was right." He chuckled. "Come on, let's get you inside before you embarrass yourself in front of the whole building." With his help, I managed to make it inside. He guided me to the couch and pulled off my heels before I could trip over them. The moment I sank into the cushions, I let out a sigh of relief. "You're the best little brother ever." "I know," he said, heading into the kitchen. "Have you eaten anything besides party snacks?" I thought about it, but my brain felt too slow to keep up. Cupcakes." He poked his head out from the kitchen, raising an eyebrow. "That's a no then." A few minutes later, he came back with a grilled cheese sandwich and a glass of water. I took a bite and moaned dramatically. "Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever eaten." Tyler smirked. Yeah, just eat. You're gonna thank me in the morning." As I chewed, he sat across from me, watching me carefully. You don't have to drink so much just because it's a work thing." I swallowed, sighing. "I know, but it's just easier sometimes. Work has been crazy. Everyone else was drinking, and I figured, why not?" Tyler nodded. "I get that, but you don't have to keep up with them. You're smart, you work hard. You don't need to prove anything." His words hit me harder than I expected. I looked down at my sandwich, feeling a little guilty. "When did you get so wise?" He grinned. "I have an older sister who makes a lot of mistakes." I threw a pillow at him, but he caught it easily, laughing. "Thanks for looking out for me, Ty. Always." After finishing my sandwich and chugging the water, I leaned back against the couch, my eyes growing heavy. Tyler grabbed a blanket and draped it over me before sitting down in the armchair across the room. "You staying?" I mumbled sleepily. "Yeah," he said. "Just to make sure you don't do anything dumb in your sleep." I smiled, feeling a warmth that had nothing to do with the alcohol. No matter how much time passed, no matter how much we both grew up, Tyler would always be my little brother, the one person I could count on. And in that moment, as I drifted off to sleep, I was grateful for that more than anything. The next morning, the sun was an unwelcome intruder, stabbing through my eyelids like a personal attack. My head throbbed, and my mouth felt like sandpaper. I groaned, rolling over, only to hear a voice from the kitchen. "You're alive." I forced my eyes open. Tyler was standing there, coffee in one hand, phone in the other. He smirked. "How's that hangover treating you?" I sat up too fast, and regretted it immediately. "Ugh, you didn't warn me it would be this bad." He shrugged. "I tried. but you were too busy praising my grilled cheese skills. I groaned, rubbing my temples. Please tell me I didn't do anything embarrassing. He sat on the armrest of the couch, smirking. Well, let's see, you called me the best little brother in the world about 5 times, tried to convince me that cupcakes count as a full meal, and then demanded I tuck you in like we were kids. I covered my face with my hands. Kill me now. Nah, he said. Too much work. I peeked at him, through my fingers. Why are you even here anyway? Don't you have, like, a life? He shrugged. Mom asked me to check on you, and I figured you might need a hand. Looks like I was right. I sighed, stretching out my sore limbs. Well, thanks, I guess. You're a pretty decent brother. He grinned. High praise coming from you. I stood up, wobbling a little. Okay, I need coffee before I even attempt to exist today. Tyler handed me his cup. Already made some, but I get to pick the next movie we watch. I took a sip, sighing in relief as the caffeine started working its magic.
Fine.
But no action movies. My brain can't handle explosions right now. He rolled his eyes.
Deal.
As we settled onto the couch, I realized something. No matter how much we both grew up, no matter where life took us, we'd always have each other's backs. And at the end of the day, that was more than enough.